Shit, your number one online podcast with your co-host, the Queen of Ohio, Annie Lowe.
Celebrity gossip.
And Booty Woo!
The county is hard time, motherfucker, and all you smell is fart on goddamn.
And your host, Zobo 69.
That boy ain't wait till he get to prison. He finna get some damn booty right there down in Falkenberg jail.
So get in where you fit in. This is the only online talk show that we talk about any and everything. There's nothing off limit. So come join us. Get ready for the ride.
What's going on? What's going on? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Speak That Shit. I am your host, Zobo 69. What it do, what it do what it do. All right. Hey, just making up some shit. Hey,
What do?
I don't know. What do? Y'all gonna we've been doing this ride out moving in a couple of weeks, so it's gonna be fun. Anyway, if you'd like to sponsor this show, give us a call at info@kingscastleent.com. That's info@kingscastleent.com. We got some things coming up. We got something big in the works right now, but we're not gonna say anything about it until it starts happening.
Ain't that saying something about it?
No, I ain't saying nothing about it because I just said we got something big in the work. If I would say something about it, I would tell them what's going on. I ain't tell them nothing. They don't even know what direction is going. We're going in, so you don't even know. If you got anything you would like to input, you got a question or whatever, we're changing our style right now. So we're going to go with, if you got a question, send us an email at info@kingscastleent.com. You may remain anonymous. We already got like two questions already, two people with emails already. And it just not work for this show also because maybe got a question for females. Y'all maybe got a question for maybe I can't relate. Y'all want to hear a female point of view. So you still could send that question to info@kingscastleent.com and boom, boom, boom. Maybe we'll get you as a guest. You know what I'm saying? You can remain anonymous or, you know what I'm saying, we probably pull you in for a guest. You know, we get a lot of emails in, so don't feel bad if your email is not read that week. Because we'll get to you. We'll get to you when you come. But I'm going to tell you right now, y'all know how we are and Speak That Shit. We're going to speak that shit. So just be prepared. If you're thin skinned, I advise you to just write anonymous. If you want your name said, let us know. And we'll give you a shout out. Shout out to Blase from Blase. You know what I'm saying? First, last name. If you want the first name, nickname, anything you want. We got you. Check out Tubi. We got two movies on Tubi. Debbie Card Life Matters and Church Sessions. We got a new movie coming out, Pretentious, and like I said, in a couple of weeks we will let you know. We're gonna get 5,000 people can watch it before it even come out, but we'll let y'all know in a couple of weeks when we get that link and everything ready. We'll let you know the date. Y'all come in at first come, first serve. After that, hit that limit. That's it. We cut it off. And the release date, as for now, the main release date, as for now, is October 31st. I want to introduce my co-host, Annie Lowe. What you got?
What's going on? I got it all. I'm the hostess with the mostest, and I'm right here alongside Zobo 69, right here on Speak That Shit. Y'all are tuned in to, you know what I'm saying, BFAM 109.6. I like to shout everybody out, but I am Annie Lowe, hashtag Queen of Ohio, hashtag Passion Baby, hashtag Fashion Police. Make sure you join me every Tuesday because I do Fashion Police on my show, on my podcast. It's called Maybe I Can't Relate. So if you haven't heard of Maybe I Can't Relate, now you have heard of Maybe I Can't Relate. And you should follow Maybe I Can't Relate on all the platforms. That's Maybe I Can't Relate on X. Maybe I Can't Relate on TikTok. Maybe I Can't Relate on Instagram. Maybe I Can't Relate on Facebook. Maybe I Can't Relate as a Facebook group. And maybe I Can't Relate on YouTube.
Anything else?
You feel like that shot's fired?
Maybe I can relate.
I shake the world when I say AnnieLowe.com. I shake the world when I say maybe I can't relate because, you know, we all can relate to everything if we try to.
It reminds me of Scarface. Remember the movie Scarface? You see Scarface.
Motherfuckers don't want to relate.
When we get shoot, boom, 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 boom. And he like, that's all you got, boom, 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 boom. And all that. That would remind me of. But anyway, DC, play that first video.
Going to sleep, thinking your children are safe in bed, that you're going to get up in the morning and have another wonderful day with them, and you get up and you find one of them murdered. you could be sitting here. We're no different than you.
All right, so that's a little bit of snippet of what we're going to be talking about. Our main subject. Our main subject, we're going to be talking about the John Bonet. John Bonet, you know what I'm saying? They still ain't. I mean, it's been over 30-something years, at least 30 years, and you telling me they can't find that now? But they going by there. I seen something about the 96-year-old man. It's a 96-year-old man, 92 is a 96-year-old man. They put that motherfucker in prison for rape and murder. I don't know if he murdered, but I know he raped, probably rape and murder. Of somebody way back in the days. Way back in the day. They got his DNA and they got that motherfucker. He's 92, 96 years old. Hell, he don't give a fuck. You paying for his funeral. I guarantee
he don't give a fuck.
He's 92, 96. He about dead anyway, so he don't really give a fuck. I mean, his family like, okay, he don't live this long anyway. He about to die anyway. So you locking him up, you kind of saving us the expenses, paying expenses for his funeral and shit. Cause now he's a state. He's awarded to the state. The state got to take care of him. The state got to bear him. The state got to do all that. Those are the main ones
feeling entitled. A 90-year-old, a person made it to 90, like he got to be in the 10%. He got to be a part of the 10% to not be one of those old entitled people who feel like they deserve more, you know, like they deserve so much because they've been on this earth for so long. You know, wait till if you was the 90-year-old, you wouldn't be saying, oh yeah, he should just die. He don't have nothing to live for. You'll be an entitled ass 90-year-old saying, hey, hold on now. Yeah, I want to still do stuff. I want to still do shit.
I don't give a fuck now, so why I'm gonna give a fuck when I'm 90 years old? Shit. I'm just saying, 90 years old, he don't got no damn friends his age, damn them all of them probably dead. The damn kids don't come see him like they want to see him and shit. That's all I'm saying. What the fuck and I ain't saying as the
way you worded it was like he don't give a shit, but because I'm like he's gonna give a shit. He ready to die.
Man, if
he ready, but
if he killed this damn lady, I'm sure them demons eating his ass up. I'm sure they eating his ass up right now. And when I used to work at this I still work for the VA, but when I was working inside and I was doing overtime and doing the CNA work one-on-one, and I used to sit with this patient. I'm not going to say his name, but this patient used to always, it's HIPAA law too. You don't reveal certain things. Anyway, I'm sitting up there and he used to look at me and, you know, he called me his son. You know, you the son I never had this. Now I don't know why he did that. But anyway, because I'm real with they old asses. And I know he probably was racist and shit, this and that. So, but you can't pull that shit with me. But long story short, anyway, he wanted to die. He was a mean motherfucker. He used to treat his daughter, he used to treat her bad and shit. So she stopped coming. She used to come like every time I'm sitting up there, she coming. She started coming like once a month. She probably stopped coming at all because he treated her bad when she came there. So he used to sit up there in his bed at night. He'd be like, all my friends are dead. Why I ain't dead? I want to die in my sleep. I won't do that. Nah. You got to face everything you did. You reap what you sow. You got to face them demons. You got to face everything. And that's what I'm saying. When you get a certain age, even in the Bible, say a lot of when he come back, a lot of people are going to be like, take me, but he's not going to take him because you got to face everything you did. You got to face, you got to look in the mirror. You got to look at yourself of what you did, and everything you did gonna come back on you. That's why people suffer. You don't notice that some people, when they die, say they get shot, they gonna die anyway, but they don't die right off. They might die 3 or 4 weeks because they got the face the shit that they done did. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. That now some people live that 90, they live the 90, they done lived a good life. They live good. When I say good, everybody do their thing here and there, but when I talk about pure evil, that's what I'm talking about. That's pure evil. If this man actually killed this lady, and there's another thing.
Then he would be ready to die. I have to agree with you that he would be kind of ready to die because he got away with it for so many years. Like, you already got away with so much that, like, it's almost like, haha, I'm 100 now. Like, what the fuck?
Well, this bullshit.
I'm half dead. I don't know why the hell I'm still alive, basically.
This bullshit. I just thought about it. This bullshit. If he killed somebody when he was like 30, 40 years ago, that's like 50, 60 years ago, right? Okay. Whoever he killed or murdered right now, who the fuck give a fuck about a case that happened 50, 60 years ago?
The family.
They dead.
Mm-mm.
Them damn families, they don't give. This man 90-something years old. If he 90-something years old, that mean that motherfucker we killed had to be in their fucking 90s. So they worried about someone, and it was a black man. So they just liking this black man. His kids or grandkids done did some shit, and they locked this man up for nothing.
No, but the detectives be emotionally attached or whatever too.
The
like
detectives
get old. No, they get old too. Like the guy on the Ramsey case, he aged with that case. He still kept trying to figure out that case. The one that feels like they're not guilty. The one that feels like the parents are not guilty is still following that case. But we got Dr. Michelle in the building. Y'all know I was about to speak that shit, but I'm gonna watch my mouth because I'm trying to be more ladylike and use my vocabulary in a more productive way. You feel me, Michelle? Welcome.
You be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. How do I share this so it's on my Facebook page?
Trying to be my proper self. How she share this? How can she share it?
You gotta ask DC because I can't find it myself. My show is the only show on BFAM that don't shows up. So I gotta go on YouTube.
So share the YouTube link then, right? So
yeah, I put the YouTube link in my on my Facebook. On my Facebook, speak that shit. I got the YouTube link. Let me I share it to you.
Yeah, we gonna make sure it's on there. Shout out to everybody listening on YouTube. Shout out to everybody listening on Facebook, in the group, watching us live on the stream.
I know they said, damn, he always bitching about something. Goddamn right.
Shout out to the audience for speak that shit.
Hey, but we got a surprise for you coming up starting the second week of August. Michelle, you want to let them know on a secret, or you want me to keep it quiet?
Oh no, we can go ahead because I'm working on everything.
So y'all know how I do it. Y'all know how I do it. To start on my show, you get your own show. Y'all know how I do it. You got make it make sense with Auntie. Then you got maybe I can't relate with Annie Lowe. And guess what? I don't know the name of the show right now, but starting
Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke is the name of the show.
We got Stay Woke with Dr. Michelle Williams.
I like that. Stay woke. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep.
Yeah. So I thought I shared it on here. I guess I didn't, DC. I thought I shared it to my page. Hold on, let me
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, I thought I shared. I said this is the link to the show. Yes, I did right here. I shared it to my page right now.
Okay, let me go to your page. Hold on. Let me go to your page.
I be thinking like, did I do it? I just tagged you, Michelle. Yeah, so like I said, we got you know how we do it on Speak That Shit. Everybody you get on Speak That Shit, you know what I'm saying? And that don't mean that, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gonna come back on this show and all here there. I mean, I can't get on, maybe I can't relate because it's all about the women and I'm not a woman, you know.
I know.
So I stay in the chat boxes, you know, I feel like Miss Seeley, you know, always left out.
You shouldn't feel like Miss Seeley because, you know, she was a female. You're a man. And
I whoop Mr. Ass.
Miss Seeley should have poured hot grease on him. Hot grease. But hot grease is better. Worse.
I don't know. Them grits now. I ain't never had it done to me, but back in our days, they used to throw potash on motherfuckers.
You in hot water?
I don't know if y'all ever heard of that, but you know, because I'm talking about not back in my days, but when I was growing up, I heard my mom and them talking about she fix some potash. I don't know how you fix potash, but she could throw it on some damn body. I don't know who the fuck she could throw it on, but somebody could get fucked up.
I have never heard that.
Potash was the number one destroyer of beautiful black women faces. When a woman was jealous of you and she couldn't fight, she would go and get some potash and throw it in the woman's face. A lot of mistresses' faces have been burnt in the city of Tampa by potash.
Okay, so
You got to stay out the way.
so that means she finna throw some pot ass on some motherfucking mistress. Because I know she fixing some damn pot ass. And like I said, I don't know how you fix pot ass, but you know, you gonna throw some pot ass. I said, what the hell? I don't know
You
what
probably
pot
seen it. It's just traumatized out of your memory.
I would.
You just know it's like subconsciously, you know, Granny about that shit. Like Granny about that life.
Nah, my mama.
Oh. Hey, did your mom ever used to be like hot water? You in hot water?
Nah,
That's like the Granny thing.
nah, she ain't tell me I was in hot water. She said you in deep shit.
Oh, no.
And when she said that, I know I'm getting that extension cord coming next. You know?
Walking a tight rope, or you gonna get beat with the rope.
I don't get warnings. We ain't really get warnings.
I was walking the tightrope. Okay. Not getting beat with it.
But anyway, yeah, we got Michelle coming up with our show Tuesday, I believe at 7 p.m. the second week in August.
In August, yes.
So we got some things like I say. So you're gonna get a little bit of everything. You get a little bit of this, you get a little bit of that. You're gonna get a little bit of everything. And so, cause you know what I'm saying, when you get on Speak That Shit, you might want to hear more about what this person is giving in or what this person is giving. You want to hear different people's opinions. You like different, and you know what I'm saying. I told my sister she need her own show because when I tell you activists out of activists, I don't know about all these other fake activists. And later on, you find out they were fake and they all were doing it for this and that, this and that. This lady been doing it for a while, and she wasn't getting paid for doing it. She was doing it because she give a fuck about y'all motherfuckers. Y'all grateful ass motherfuckers. I ain't gonna say all of y'all, but some of y'all. Y'all say one person spoiled the whole batch. Guess what? That's why I say y'all. Now I shouldn't say all that, should I? My bad.
Really?
Well, you said a lot to not say a lot.
My bad.
A part of conversation is active listening. So go on.
And it's called Speak That Shit. That's why we created the group so we could speak that shit. But like you said, just like with the I ain't gonna say Jackson 5. Only two of them really did something. You know what I'm saying? The other one tried to do something, but he didn't really do that. I'm gonna say just like New Edition. When New Edition broke up, all of them still will succeed. All of them succeeded and did some work. All of them. Even the motherfucker that all they can do is rap. He did something because they, you know what I'm saying, Bill the Bull say, hey, come on in. We know you can't sing worse shit, so you know we ain't gonna leave you out there to dry. so you can sing with her. And then you got Ralph. He wanted to go on the solo anyway because Johnny Gill. He was mad because Johnny Gill was taking over. Johnny Gill said, I ain't Bobby Brown. No, you ain't going to stop me from doing it. You ain't going to stop me from singing. Put me in the background with Ricky them. But no, all of them became success. They were successful after they broke up. They all were successful. And
you know that one of the girls in Destiny's Child was actually not a singer. So it was like 4 of them. And one of them, like you said, they only can rap. So that's her talent. But since she was in a singing group, she had to do like some singing parts. So it's one of them that got kicked out the group, but she was criticized for like not being able to sing well. And at the end of the day, she was not really, she knew she wasn't a singer anyway. Like she was the rapper.
Destiny Children?
Yeah, it was four females in the group. So one of them was a rapper. You know, that's what they used to do. Like, you know, TLC. Like that's what you would do. You would have one of the girls be a rapper.
That's what my grandma used to call them, Destiny Children. She said, you heard that new group, the Destiny Children? My people from the country, so you know what I'm saying. And the one thing about the country, when I say the country, people think like Plant City country. No, I'm talking about the country. I'm talking about country where you go outside your house, your nearest neighbor is at least a mile away. That's the country. You know what I'm saying? That's the country. That's where my grandma grew up. The country up there in Marietta, Florida, up there in Jackson County. That's where my people from. And then on my daddy's side, they up there in Abbeville, Alabama, and then Abbeville about the size of Riverview.
Abbeville.
Matter of fact, Riverview bigger than Abbeville.
It's just funny listening to them talk because they talk like this.
Well, we're native.
Not you, but like, I don't know, like in Alabama, they be talking like this. And sometimes if they get really slow and talk really slow, it sounds like one of their movies.
So the thing about it is, see, that's when
welcome.
motherfuckers be thinking they slow and all that just because they talk slow. I'm telling you right now, these are real thugs. These are real thugs. I'm telling you right now, go out there. What they say, fuck around and find out.
Go round about yonder. By you don't know, find out.
My daddy got kicked out of Alabama. How the hell you get kicked out of the whole fucking state? That's why he came down here. He got, for real. I heard the story. They said, man, T. Jr. got shot. He's supposed to have died. He didn't die. He got shot. And he started fight with, he said, it was 2 black dudes and a white dude. And he said, hell, he always say up there. Every time he talking, like up there, up there, up there. That's all he say. He said, hell, it was up there, the black dude, the one told him. Up there, white dude ain't saying shit. I said, up there. I said, teacher, so we went up there, and I'm saying it now. We went to a family reunion. That's the only family reunion I ever went to on my daddy's side. About 20 years ago. It was about 20 years ago. We went up there, and he was scared to go up there because they told him not to come back. He was actually, for real, he was actually scared to cross that line, that Florida line from Jackson County to Dothan, Alabama. He was scared to go up there. I said, teacher, ain't nobody even know your ass here. You know what I'm saying? That was before I was fucking born. Who the fuck still looking for you? You know what I'm saying? So that go to that 98-year-old dude, that 92 years old. If they weren't looking for T. Jr., how the fuck they looking for that 92-year-old dude that killed somebody in the 30s?
Because they just never got off the case. They felt like they could solve it. They were determined. And I hope that we see the end of the John Bonet case, for real. I hope we see the end of it. We need to see the end of it. We need to see a resolution to it. Like,
yeah, for real.
The only confession we're going to believe, because you know they have fake confessions and stuff already. The only confession we're going to believe at this point is, like, it's sad to say, like, if one of the parents confessed, like, if on their deathbed, and Patsy is already passed. And which is so, so unfortunate for her. Like, it's so sad. Like,
that's why she can't confess. But anyway, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that.
Like, look how her reputation got hit.
We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this 8 o'clock, because if we get into this right now, you know what I'm saying, we're going to pass the celebrity gossip and all this, because this and that, because I got some new insights on what probably happened. You know what I'm saying? I got we gonna solve that shit today. We gonna solve that shit today. We gonna solve us three. We gonna solve that shit. And who he'll be on here at 8 o'clock. We gonna solve this shit today. Well, he may not. You know, they had Gay Pride Parade this weekend, so he tired. You know, so. He's still tired. So. My bad.
Oh, you're muted. You on mute, sis.
You're on mute, Michelle.
Listen, you're not finna have the LGBTQA plus community after me. I do too much for them folks, so I'm not gonna participate in that one. I'm not gonna participate in that conversation.
Yeah, I just talk about who. So you know, he was there. You know, in St. Pete, so he's tired. That's why he said I can't make it. He didn't even bother me this week. He only called me one time this week. He was tired. You know, it's a long walk marching up and down downtown St. Pete.
Oh, well, he usually calls a lot. I just want to add that 2 cents in.
Yeah.
You said it twice.
I mean, I just find it funny that you wanted to mention to everybody that he only called you twice this week. So
yeah, he only called me twice this week. That's unlike him.
Yeah, I didn't know if they know that.
I'm just bullshitting, y'all. You know, he's not here. You're supposed to kick a man when he's not here. You're supposed to kick him when he's here. So if he do show up, I say the same thing. But yeah, the 96, Michelle, we're talking about the 96-year-old man, 92 or 96, I forgot the age, but he went to prison because they found his DNA on somebody that he killed like in his 30s or 40s. I'm saying they had his grandkids. That's what I'm saying. His grandkids had to do something, and they said, we can't hurt you. Well, we're gonna hurt your grandson. I mean, your granddaddy.
So you're talking about the black man that the woman was murdered in 1967, and he just got life in prison.
Yeah. Yeah, they're talking about the DNA. That's the one they said they found the DNA. He's like 90.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So CNN reports that a 92-year-old British man convicted of a 1967 rape and murder of a woman in her home has been sentenced to life in prison. Ryland Headley was found guilty by Bristol Crown Court in southern England of rape and murder of Luzana Dunn, who was 75 years old when Headley killed her nearly 6 decades ago, 60 years ago. Headley was convicted on Monday, and the verdict brought an end to a cold case that remained unsolved for 58 years. He was sentenced on Tuesday. He was told during the sentencing that he had committed a pitiless and cruel act, according to the PA Media news agency. The judge, Derek Sweeting, sentenced Headley to life in prison, setting a minimum term of 20 years. We all know that this man, is going to be crazy. He says, quote, "You broke into my home, you sexually assaulted her, and in doing so, you caused her death," Sweeting said, per PA Media. "You may not have intended to kill, but you planned to rape her, and you brutally attacked her. When you did so, you met her screams and struggles and a force sufficient to kill. The nature of these offenses demonstrates the complete disregard for human life and dignity," the judge added. Mrs. Dunn was vulnerable. She was small. She was a small elderly woman living alone. You exploited the vulnerability. You treated her as a means to an end. The violation of her home, her body, and ultimately her life was a pitiful and cruel act of by a depraved man. The judge added that given Headley's age, he will never be released and will die in prison. DNA profile done was found dead in her home in Easton, in the suburbs of Bristol, in June 1967. The police determined at the time that she had been raped and died of strangulation and aspiration. The local compulsory launched a major investigation. They took palm prints from 19,000 men, collected 1,300 statements, and made more than 8,000 house-to-house calls. In Avon and Somerset police departments stated on Monday. Yet none of that led anywhere, and the case went cold. Now, this is where I have a problem with cold cases. I know that the article in CNN, they are alleging, modernized DNA, which is true. DNA has freed a lot of people, and DNA is now convicting a lot. DNA is now convicting a lot of people. My thing is, how long does saliva last? We know fingerprint. But I thought fingerprints were destroyed after so many years. Am I wrong? You know what? Let me look. Let me get the activist fact over here. Let me get this phone and see how long do the police departments are supposed to, you would think that are these lifetime fingerprints? Do the fingerprints never go away? That do they imprint them, into a microfiche type of system? This is crazy. 58 years later, 6 decades later, this man is convicted to life in prison. And this just boggles me down. This boggles me down because in England, you don't find a lot of murders in England. You don't find a lot of crime in England. So I'm look, let me scratch this lace front I got on real fast because it's itching in the back. So I'm stumped because the DNA, how was it kept? How, that's what I want to know. How was the DNA kept? Did this man confess? I'm with you, Lonzo. Did he confess to one of his family members? Did he confess to somebody? Did somebody turn him in? Did somebody know something? I look, I got questions.
Yeah, these people. So right now, so you know what? So we already know what we're gonna talk about next.
Maybe they freeze it or something.
I don't
got
know.
to be, Annie. They got to do something because
strange.
It's
something wrong with this. Hey, so we gotta take a break right now. We're gonna come back with celebrity gossip, but you know what? So we already know what we're gonna talk about next week. We already know what we're gonna talk about next week because we got to find answers to this too. We're becoming the crime solvers now. That's what we're doing now. We're crime solvers. All right, take a break. We're gonna come back with celebrity gossip.
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah,
It's that time. What do y'all know about that Juke City? What do y'all know about that Juke City love? It's that Juke City love. It can be fast, it can be slow, but it's gonna be hot. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. That tippy toe to the front and back it up to the back. Juke City love with it. Juke City love with it. Juke City love with it. Now drop and drop. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Now tippy toe to the front and back it up to the back. Juke City love with it. Juke City love with it. Juke City love with it. Now drop and drop.
Don't you know that I love you so? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, no Pinocchio. Matter of fact, I think I like it better when you don't talk. Matter of fact, I think I like it better with your clothes off.
All right, welcome to Celebrity Gossip, and we got a sponsor. Put the thing up there, the vision up there, so then I can read what I got to read. DC, this to you guys. For you guys, we got a sponsor. All right, we got a sponsor. Welcome to Celebrity Gossip, brought to you by Blue Chew, and we've got a special deal for our listeners. As always, you get your first month of Blue Chew free. Just use promo code SHYT, SHYT, at the checkout and pay $5 for shipping. That's it, $5 for shipping. That's it. You join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to Blue Chew, BLUECHEW.com, BlueChew.com for details and safety information. And we like to thank Blue Chew for being one of our sponsors to speak that shit. So, fellas, go ahead. Blue Chew, try it out. You want to keep your lady happy, you better go to Blue Chew. That's all I'm saying. If you can't get it, keep her happy, you want to keep her happy, try Blue Chew. All right. Celebrity Gossip. Annie Lowe, what we're talking about.
Besides Blue Chew, I am on the edge of my seat to hear these guys discuss the fucking celebrity gossip topics that I got for y'all today. And I know y'all can guess. Listen.
What's up, Theodore?
That's what he always says to me because I interrupt him. He goes, listen. Like, bitch, just don't interrupt no more because if he says listen, like, I'm going to choke him. Don't never tell me to listen. But anyway, you guys listen. Trust.
It's a good choke, it's a bad choke. So what you talking about?
Well, it's a good listen. I'm saying listen in a good way, not like you're a dog, but listen, y'all, listen. Y'all can kind of guess probably one of the topics, but one of them is boxer Clarissa Shields. She goes off on a troll who calls her slow. Now, is this a headline? Not really, because she's always doing this sort of thing. And that's kind of why I decided to go ahead and touch on it, because I've never, ever covered Clarissa Shields before. And the reason is because I feel like she's always called, exactly, put up your belt. That's what she should be doing. She shouldn't say nothing on her videos. That's the point I'm trying to get to. She shouldn't say shit on her video. She should stand in front of her trophy case on these bitches. She should be focused on what she has going on instead of being in the messy side of the black internet. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep pulling her into mess only because she falls right into it. And I hate to see it so much that I never freaking talk about it, you guys. I never talk about it. But I just gotta go ahead and cover this one just to tell y'all how she gets, show y'all kind of like how she gets down. Boxing champion Clarissa Shields went off on a live stream viewer after they rudely called her slow online. Now, don't y'all know that these are the kind of comments that these people get all the time? All the damn time. So anyway, the other story is about Diddy, but let me finish telling y'all because y'all, you know, that's the other topic. But in her response, she began saying that words don't bother her. But then she proceeded to criticize the internet troll for being poor. Like, you know, that, oh, I got money, you know, whatever, that type of thing. But I don't know if people don't tell her or she's just not listening to anybody, or if, I know we grown and we can do what we want to do, but she's such the athlete. Like, do y'all understand what I'm trying to say? Like, she's such the freaking athlete that she could show like so much sportsmanship off the field by not engaging in fuckery, to be honest. So she goes, Clarissa. So anyway, Clarissa tried to add the viewer to her live stream to confront her, y'all. She tried to add some. No, I don't want to call nobody a nobody, but you guys know where her mind should be when somebody's trying to call themselves being rude. You don't have to prove to them and explain to them how they're not on your level, because you just don't have to do that. So anyway, she tried to add the viewer to her live stream to confront her, but then the athlete said, "Hey, Instagram won't let me do this because you got an old ass phone."
Wow.
Funny, I'll admit, funny. Okay, so don't play with her.
It probably was a government phone. You know, they don't always, they just mainly for answering and hanging up on people. But I like the story, sis. I like the story. Because I ain't have the slightest clue who this heifer was.
Me neither. I looked at the picture and I said, damn, this big bitch. Oh, I mean not to call you a bitch, because she looked like she got them hands. So I don't mean to call you that. I ain't mean bitch.
She gonna fight you. You about to make us real famous, because she gonna find you and fight you. Tag her, Annie. Tag her in this episode.
I have to. I'm gonna have to, because I mean, she likes to conversate and things like that, but like, it just ain't a good fucking look. Like,
I just apologize to the damn lady. Damn.
I'm not talking about you.
Oh, okay.
You might as well say what you want. You might as well.
I ain't gonna say nothing, because the picture I looked up, that motherfucker a little bigger than Mike Tyson. I ain't finna fuck with this motherfucker.
I mean, we be sitting up there criticizing the looks of our athletes, but I don't feel like she was an athlete whose looks were being criticized at first. I feel like since she got with Papoose, who is the ex of rapper Remy Ma, so you know they're separated and moved on. They used to be together. Papoose stuck with Remy Ma while she was doing her bid in jail or whatever, and they're broken up. So like the internet kind of makes up storylines of their own. And if you're not strong enough to fight against the storylines, if you're not strong enough to either, sometimes you have to just be strong enough to become private, or don't look at certain things, because the internet is not the truth. Like, and then it can get you sucked into where you're thinking like, oh, I need to engage in this. Like, you're engaging in a world that you're not even supposed to be existing in. Like, let them talk.
That's true. People gonna talk. Let them talk.
Just like I do. I throw something on the internet real quick, and I read the first 2 comments and just let everybody talk what they're going to talk. While they doing all that, I'm sitting up there enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? I do. I'm telling you that Facebook, I do that.
You so petty. You just petty. You just petty. I've been calling you petty for years. You just petty. You petty.
But you know me most of all my life, and that's how I always be, you know.
But what do you
think? Yeah, it's been 30 years. My son is 30. 30 years. 30 years.
Yeah. Been a good little minute. Ain't too many people still fuck with me after 30 years. I'm just saying.
So what do you guys think about her getting clout though? She's a she is the first 2-time Olympic gold medalist in the United States amateur boxing history. Clarissa Shields has never been one to pull any punches when talking about her own greatness inside the ring. So she's already a cocky person like that, apparently. But you know, she's the first fighter to become the undisputed champion in 2 divisions.
Theodore Henson said another thing is she's hurt for not getting female athlete of the year. Oh, so she's mad because all thing she do is damn beat up on men. So what the hell?
Angel Reese got it. Why you saying that Clarissa Shields hit men?
Look at them damn arms.
She has never hit a man. Y'all gotta stop making fun of our athletes. Like, no, this is
ain't no man gonna
body shaming against women. These
ain't no man gonna step up and say that because they scared.
They're lifting weights.
I wouldn't say that. I'd be in protective custody. I ain't gonna say that. Look at them damn arms.
I wonder how much she lifts. I'm gonna see if she lift, how much she can lift. Okay.
Angela Reese got it.
Angel Reese got the award, and they feel like it's because of her looks. Like, she's been, but I feel like Angel Reese is more professional online. Like, her presence is more along the lines of like trying to be like.
And Annie just hit it right there. Annie just hit it because when you have to have a certain persona when you enter into the arena of celebrity, you know, being a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Even though she's an athlete, she's still a celebrity. She was representing. You say the U.S. She was representing the U.S. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so she's a celebrity. So you have look at what they did to Shakira. You know what I'm saying? They tried to the girl smoked a little bit of weed. Like everybody in America ain't smoking weed. Yeah, like everybody in America ain't smoking weed. But Shakira came back and slapped them all in the face and said, "Not only did I smoke my weed, I'm the fastest woman in America now."
What smoking weed?
What exactly? So
But I do. But Annie, she hit it. She hit it. It's a certain type of persona that you're supposed to, that America thinks that you're supposed to have. One, when you're representing this crooked country, they expect you to be the red, white, and blue, the stars and the stripes, and they expect you to be all of these things. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. That maybe the troll got this lady timing wrong. Maybe something mentally was going on. Because I know if you get my timing wrong, I ain't finna be Michelle Williams, Dr. Williams, Madame O'Shun, I ain't the high priestess. I ain't finna be none of that. Boy, I'm gonna check you, and I'm gonna forget that I'm holy, and I'm gonna check you.
That's how they've been feeling. These celebrities been fed up with people like trolls. They kind of been fed up with trolls. You could catch some of them clapping back, but she went in on this lady. She wanted to pull her up. She wanted to just try to prove they can make you feel like you have something to prove. It reminds me of like small town syndrome, because I'm from a small town. So it's like everybody thinks that they know something about somebody else. You know what I mean? So it's like you could get caught up in the trying to prove that you are still what you're supposed to be, or that you're not what people think you are, or what they said about your family, or whatever is going on. Like, and I feel like that's
Hold on, Annie. Hold on, sis. Drink some water real fast. Drink some, hold on. Oh, I ain't pee. So what you eating and drinking ain't making me pee or pooping. So that's the way, that's the mentality that she got to have. I don't understand it. Don't get caught up. Like you say, she just got caught up in the internet troll for real.
And the thing about it is she from Flint, Michigan, so she gonna whoop your ass. And she from Flint, Michigan,
ain't drinking the water, baby. She ain't drinking the water.
And another thing is, this girl is not an ugly girl. So it goes from dark skin and light skin. That's what they're talking about. Because this girl's not ugly girl. Because when you say athlete of the year, and Angela Reese or whatever your name is,
Angel Reese, and we're Angel Reese fans.
Exactly, yeah.
Like
I am your fan, but athlete of the year or whatever, she shouldn't get it because she didn't even play half the fucking year.
Yeah, when it comes to the accolades, her list is way longer. Like, it's a very long list of comparisons that I saw. Like, I ain't even gonna read her accolades because I'm just gonna let y'all out there assume and know like that this is a award-winning boxer, like this American, like she doing her thing. And there's a lot of people that's doing their thing out there that maybe is not a household name. And, that's okay. I still feel like they deserve you work hard for a reason. Certain areas should be able to be untouched and, be fairly won or whatever.
Okay.
Well, let's send her a support card and tell her that we support her. Let's all sign a card and send it to her.
Yeah, I'm going to do that because the way her arms is, I mean, she's not an ugly girl.
Leave this lady alone.
She got big arms.
She's a boxer. She's a boxer. What you expect?
But the thing
I'll beat you up.
If she survived Flint, Michigan, if y'all understand,
you told Harpo to beat me.
I ain't even gonna talk no more shit. You know what? I'm tripping right now.
Flint, Michigan is worse than Little Rock, Arkansas. You get what I'm saying?
Listen, I went at it. Them girls in Flint, Michigan can fight.
Flint, Michigan, back in the days when I used to watch all this criminal activities on YouTube or whatever, and which city got the worst crime, Flint, Michigan always was number one. And then, I got a homeboy that stay in Flint, Michigan, and I said, I'm going to do a show in Flint, Michigan. He said, I don't think you want to come up here. He said it straight up. He said they don't do no comedy shows and shit like that unless the people like really know people up here. He said he had the police department. They don't even have a police department hardly up there.
Yeah, it's driving distance from Toledo. It's Toledo, Ohio, and I know a little about Flint. I heard about it's not somewhere to go. Like,
it's about an hour drive from there.
It's not somewhere that you would just go.
So, what's your second topic?
Second topic
we at that time.
Cassie's attorney issued statements on Diddy's verdict. We will continue to fight. Following the sacking acquittal of Sean Diddy, we have laughter in the background. Y'all, hold on. Moment of silence for the case that might be dead. Okay.
He just want part of that $30 million.
Yo. Following the shocking acquittal of Sean Diddy Combs this week, Cassie Ventura's attorney issued a statement criticizing the legal system for allowing the disgraced music mogul to go unpunished. The entire criminal process started when our client, Cassie Ventura, had the courage to file her civil complaint in November 2023. Although the jury didn't find Combs guilty of sex trafficking, Cassie, beyond a reasonable doubt, She paved the way for a jury to find him guilty of transportation to engage in some type of prostitution. By coming forward with her experience, Cassie has left an indelible mark on both the entertainment industry and the fight for justice. So that's his statement I wanted to share with you guys.
All right, I'm gonna say that Walter said that bitch is baby lotion brainwashed.
It's baby oil.
Well, you know what he's talking about.
I'ma just breathe. I just exhale every ounce of wind I had left in my good lung.
Having somebody flued out isn't trafficking. Having somebody flued out is absolutely trafficking. At this time, if you bring somebody out for the purpose of sex, if that's able to be tracked, that could be reported and considered sex trafficking because you brought somebody, you flew somebody out for sex. Like,
You know what? Let me can I just say this, Annie and Zoe? Let me tell you, I think what happened when America began to engage in the word sex trafficking. Sex trafficking is when you have a group of men, women, and children who have been kidnapped against their will and put to the mule for sexual acts, right?
Exactly, right.
So, what happened to an old-fashioned hoe? Whore,
Exactly.
hooker,
they have lost their
prostitute.
freedom.
What
They
what
have lost their
happened?
freedom to go to family reunions, their freedom to go to
They can
school,
go to family
to go
reunion.
to college. No, she's talking about sex trafficking. She says sex trafficking is. Anyway, I was just going in on like the details of what it would look like if they didn't categorize it in so many different ways.
So what was the rest of the question, Michelle?
I just, the whole, because I wasn't able to follow the whole entire case, but from what I follow, I was still trying to put together where was the sex trafficking. I seen the prostitution off top,
Right,
off
right.
top. Was she being prostituted? Yeah. And God forgive me. And I've asked a dozen times, in private, if my heart and my words, seem to come offensive. But at some point, let me tell you something. At some point, you're no longer a victim. You're a willing participant, because there is no way that she felt that there is no way that she couldn't get away from that. The mama was being paid. Everybody was being paid.
The mama was
Everybody was.
What?
Everybody was being paid behind the scenes. So I'm trying to figure out, it was like a real life Tina Turner episode. Remember when Tina Turner ran away and Tina Turner mama, told Ike where she was at, and Ike picked her up got the kids off the bus when they were stopped on the side of the road for a rest stop break, and he gonna tell me, get in the car, enemy, get in the car. You got me out here looking for you. That's what Cassie mama did.
And just
Told Diddy where she was at, and Diddy went and boxed her up. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, why wasn't the mama charged?
Exactly, and that's the thing. And let me read what Walter said. Walter said he speak the truth. We are not allowed. You're talking about him and his wives. They are not allowed to fly in a unicorn in for sex anymore that lives in Germany. And that's why I say when they start talking about, when we say he speak the truth, she means she speak the truth. Talking about you about this sex trafficking, they got mixed up with old-fashioned prostitution with sex trafficking. There is such things as sex trafficking. It is sex trafficking, and that's when you actually got a prostitute in there.
There's an exchange of money.
This one person, and you're doing that. So I can understand what they was talking about with the sex trafficking. But damn, Cassie, you was a willing participant. You wanted to do all this. You wanted to do that. Did he prostitute you? Yeah, no, but because you wanted to do, you don't want. Was you on trial to this? Yeah, you was on trial because you the one. To me, like I told Annie, I thought all this shit was set up anyways. It was a distraction. It was a setup because, she got paid $30 million. She got paid off this, you know what I'm saying? Then her husband offered her, said some shit like, and then he made like he was playing, let's call Diddy for a three-way. Then she said she was hurt. Then he said, I'm just playing. Would I ever do that? It came out your motherfucking mouth.
Yeah, it was on his brain. He thought it. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just at a point right now that, at what point did she consider herself to be the victim?
How many years did all of this take place before you realized that you were either a willing participant in or you became the victim? Because
Or
at
she
some
felt owed money. That might just be the thing. She felt like she was owed more money out of the situation. She didn't get her hits. She didn't become this big Beyonce figure.
She
You know,
can't sing like Beyonce.
she might, you know, she going back
Annie
over.
just
I
hit
ain't
it. That's
trying to be
it right
hard
there.
'cause
Annie just hit it.
I don't know all the details, so I don't like to. And I also would like to say, like, some shit be sealed in an FBI case. Like, some stuff wouldn't even be for the public to even know about. So we don't know all this girl business. But I will say that. For sure.
I'm with you when you're right, friend. She did not become that one hit wonder that she wanted to be, this famous, you know what I'm saying, singer and all of this stuff. And she did. She felt that, you know what, if I stay with him a little bit longer, maybe it's going to pay off in the end.
Yeah.
Okay, paying off in the end got you messed up. It got you boxed up in the hotel room. Got you snatched, got your mama snitching on your whereabouts. So you know what I'm saying? So what part of this that you didn't enjoy? I'm trying to make it make sense, because right now it's not making sense to me. Diddy hands are dirty. That man's whole entire body, his soul is dirty. Because of a lot of things that Diddy did, his whole entire soul is dirty. But the things that he did, what I seen a black man. I seen a black man being accused of prostituting a white woman, and I already knew they was gonna drag him. I already knew they were gonna drag him.
And that's all
I've never been a Diddy
His
fan.
guitar is exotic.
It was
You talking about Cassie?
It was an
Yeah.
old-fashioned pimp.
Okay.
It was an old-fashioned pimp.
And that's
all
what
it
I'm
was.
thinking, like-
All he was a pimp. They talking about if you go right now and you get these damn prostitutes, you pay a motherfucker $40, they're gonna say, "Oh, you trafficking up." Well, I'm trafficking up. I can't pay this bitch $40. You know what I'm saying? You can't find no $40 hoes no more. I feel sorry for the motherfuckers out there that's single, and you know what I'm saying. They say there's plenty of hoes on the street. Ain't no hoes on the street now, because you go to the hoes on the street, you are gonna get caught for trafficking. And I'm
All
saying you
except
doing
Nebraska
little fucking
Avenue. All except a portion of Nebraska Avenue in Tampa is legal prostitution over there.
Yeah. Theodore, never mind. Be quiet about that.
Pimping and hoeing is a real thing, though. So that's kind of what we've been talking about just now. Is basically like pimping and hoeing is a thing that somebody can be doing. You know, like if there's a fetish, they of course underground now more than in the past because of this trafficking thing. But at the end of the day, I do feel like a person can be pimping, and a person can also be like, it could be a person that's pimping and they're not trafficking, and then there could be a person that their way of pimping is absolutely sex trafficking by definition and by the fucking book. Like
right, it's right. Theodore said, "Don't start."
I do believe in that.
I ain't say nothing, Theodore. I just said your name, bro.
It's supposed to be by choice, not by force.
Yeah, but and that's what I'm saying. Right now, they everything. Oh, we
listen. It's like this. If I got on the phone right now and John Doe say, "Hey, Dr. Williams, I got $1,000. I want to come over here because I want to suck your toes." If I go and engage with that, that's considered sex trafficking, because I'm going to be paid for an act. I'm gonna get arrested for prostitution, but he's gonna get arrested for trafficking, alleged trafficking, because he's paying me for an act. I don't understand, why can't people just have normal fetishes anymore? Let me tell you what I am about. I'm about legalizing prostitution, and I want to see whorehouses all over America, because I think that we need brothels like we used to have in the older days. I think it'll calm America down, especially with some of these Congress people that's up there with the Agent Orange man that called himself the president. We need more hunching in America. We need more safe sex in America, but we need more brothels. Now that's my take on that.
Yeah, and I agree. You need if a motherfucker want to be a hoe, let that motherfucker be a hoe. You can't stop a hoe from being a hoe. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem with motherfucker America right now. You trying to save first. You try to save these motherfucking goddamn kids that want to drop out and do this. Oh, I think everybody need to go to school. School ain't for every motherfucking body. Some people want to be dumb all their fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Then the shit y'all teach in school these days. What the fuck we're going to school for? Because what I learned in school ain't the same thing that my son learned in school. Damn sure ain't gonna be the same thing that his son gonna learn in school because y'all keep changing up fucking history. Hell, history, y'all don't even know what the fuck going on in history no more. I don't even believe it. I don't even know we really had a civil war. If you wanna think about it, goddamn, because they don't change shit so goddamn much. Who the fuck fought in the Civil War? I'm saying, I don't know. They don't change it because one thing I do know. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna shut up.
Biggie and Tupac.
You know, one thing I'm gonna say. Now I don't know about them, but one thing I'm gonna do know. Yeah, Biggie and Petey done had a little affair thing going, but I ain't gonna talk about that. But one thing I do know is that ain't no way black people been in America before slavery started, because ain't no way these motherfuckers went over there to Africa and brought all these damn black people back from Africa in them ragged ass ships. Ain't no fucking way. Them shit's regular as fuck.
Oh my goodness, that's a whole different topic. No, they were so funky though. Like, how could you set something so stinking on fire? You could smell those ships for miles inland off the shore.
Walter said,
that's disgusting. Like,
Walter said, when you're running for president, Michelle, bring back the house.
Don't be burning. I'll be mad as fuck. Like, don't be burning that funky ass incense with the slave ships and stuff. Like, I'm voting against this shit.
Listen. You know, man makes up the laws. Man makes up the laws. And all I know is in certain states where brothels, where whorehouses were legal, a lot of tension was not there.
Oh.
A lot of tension was not there. And I'm talking about if you gonna run a whole house, if you gonna run a brothel, okay, you have to have the know-how of how to do it. You got to have the baddest girls, you got to have the tightest security, you got to have food round the clock, you got to have bath houses, you got to have all the luxury. Because back in the days, my brother tell you, when I was in my strip club owner days, I used to have to tell my dancers, you got to sell the fantasy. Get up on that phone and sell it.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Annie, I was the real Heidi Fleiss, but I was black.
Yeah.
See, you got to sell the fantasy.
But she always know how to make that cheese, though. That's all I'm saying.
You got to tell them, don't let the money make you, Ebony.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Is that who said that? Yeah, that was on what was that, Players Club? Yeah. Make the money, don't let the money make you. Yeah,
that's the old Players Club. So we're gonna end this right now. You know, we're gonna go on break. So we're saying like this, Cassie, you and your lawyer's full of shit. We already know your mama wanted to fuck Diddy because it said it. You doing this and you want to. The mama wanted to fuck Diddy, and they said that the Diddy
got too deep for me.
Yeah, they said Diddy and his mama was doing some things and stuff. It was some nasty shit going on in that shit. That shit is some nasty shit. I mean, that's some throw up shit. How the fuck you feel that about your child? How the fuck you feel that about your mama, dog?
Because it's his auntie.
Man, that's the same goddamn thing.
But she been doing it with him since he was I don't fucking know. Let me not start spreading rumors about people that I don't know. All of this is allegedly and for entertainment purposes only.
Well, that's the nasty shit. So we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back with our main topic. You know what I'm saying? Go take a quick piss and shit. If you got a loved one there, go get your freak on it real quick. You know, do a little quickie for about a minute or two. So, you know what I'm saying? Then come on back.
Just train really hard and push.
Yeah. It only take y'all about a
Break queen. I can show you how to get paid, queen. I can show you how to get like me. Touch down and take clients in any city like me. Be a boss in the streets, it really costs when we eat. I'm getting paid in my sleep, I might just braid for free. I walk into the spot, I'm who they came to see. She think I want her man, he a lame to me. His mama came to me, his sister paying the fee. And I'm all the way up, what you thought I was asleep? 500 for Bohemian is nothing to me. Just hit my line, you can trust me. Autistic kid, I got a special seat. What's your favorite show? And would you like a drink? It's my money, I need it now. I wash my hair. gon' tell me I can't do anything. I'm living life, live with integrity. Watch what you say to me, don't play with me. Respect is not a given.
You. Nobody likes to be around you.
Everybody likes me. You're the only one that keep insulting me.
I'm the only one that keep it real with you.
I wouldn't even think about none of that shit till you start drilling that shit in my head.
Who is always there for you when you need somebody? Me. Am I right?
You think you perfect?
I am. Compared to you?
All right. That's the new movie coming out, Pretentious. It's about an army vet, you know what I'm saying? He's having issues, social anxiety, he don't like being around people, and he having thoughts, you know what I'm saying, serious conversation. He don't trust anybody, including himself. So it's gonna be a good movie, y'all. We'll let you know when it's gonna come out and blase. Like I said, if you'd like to sponsor the show, give us a call at 941-681-1710. That's 941-681-1710. Or give us a call at email at info@kingscastleent.com. Like I said, we're changing up the concept, so we're taking in emails, we're taking in questions. So if you got an opinion, not opinion, but you want somebody's opinion. Look at you, we got 3 different people on here that you gonna get your opinion when who come on here, if he do or whatever. You got 4 different people. You know, it depends when he come. You know, he was in the slow class, so he come when he can. But so
and we got the best opinion.
Yes, we got the best opinion because we're gonna give it to you. We're gonna give it to you blood ass raw. If you need an opinion about your baby mama, your baby daddy, your mama, your sister, your brother, or it could be anything. Entertainment, it could be something about your kids, it could be anything. We don't give a fuck what it is. You want our opinion, go ahead and send us a request at info@kingscastleent.com. That's info@kingscastleent.com. So now we're going to get to the main topic. DC, play the video for us.
Going to sleep, thinking your children are safe in bed, that you're going to get up in the morning and have another wonderful day with them, and you get up and you find one of them murdered. You could be sitting here. We're no different than you.
What?
All right, now play that second one too.
Investigators are saying that the DNA evidence in the JonBenet Ramsey murder case could be identified in a matter of hours. If you don't already know, in December of 1996, JonBenet was just 6 years old and had already won multiple titles in beauty pageants across the country. On the 26th, her family planned to fly to Michigan for a post-Christmas vacation, but everything changed when her mom, Patsy, walked downstairs to find a ransom note on their back staircase. In short, the perpetrator claimed that JonBenet was unharmed and demanded $180,000 for her safe return. Right away, Patsy ran upstairs to find her daughter missing, and police were at the scene by 6 a.m. Authorities' initial search of the house reportedly turned up nothing, but later that afternoon, JonBenet's father looked for himself to find a broken basement window and his daughter's body lying in their family wine cellar. He carried her upstairs screaming, likely destroying much of the evidence that was left on her body. JonBenet was found completely bound with tape covering her mouth, and an autopsy would report that she suffered a skull injury 45 minutes to 2 hours before dying of strangulation. Unsurprisingly, her parents and stepbrother were under suspicion in the following months, but with no real evidence against them or any other leads, the case eventually grew cold. We can get into a lot with this, but in the end, police have said it's incredibly improbable that a stranger would break into this mansion, find JonBenet's bedroom on the 3rd floor, silently remove her from her bed, and then assault her in the basement for 2 hours before taking the time to write a 3-page ransom note that makes no sense. I'll get into all the theories in my next post, but regardless, JonBenet's murder remains unsolved, and authorities are sitting on unidentified DNA evidence that was recovered from her body. Chief genetic genealogists are saying their new technology could identify this DNA within hours, and as we speak, the Ramseys are fighting for police to hand over the samples so that the testing can be done.
Looked like they had a GoFundMe page up there. I don't know. I'm trying to see it, but I couldn't see it. And the GoFundMe wasn't even made back then. So I think they made a GoFundMe. That was the first GoFundMe. So anyway, Theodore said, "Get it, Doctor, Madam." So anyway, we're gonna talk about this. So we're gonna start with Dr. Michelle Williams. You know, you give us your opinion on this and everything you got to say. You're on mute.
Okay, so I've done some research and I pulled up a lot of CNN articles because CNN is just as obsessed with this as I am. So you all know that the police arrested John Mark Carr at the Thai Immigration Department in Bangkok on August the 17th, 2006. That was John Benet Ramsey's teacher. Now, he admitted, according to this, Carr allegedly told an investigator that he had drugged John Benet and sexually assaulted her before accidentally killing her. But soon after his arrest and return to Colorado, prosecutors said DNA evidence proved that he had nothing to do with her death. The district attorney decided not to charge him. However, in 2024, new DNA techniques fuel hope for answers. In the decades since John Benet's death, detectives have probed 21,000 tips, traveled to more than a dozen states, and spoken with over 1,000 people in connection with her killing, Boulder police said. Despite the myriad dead ends, authorities have not given up the finding of John Benet's killer. So this report of CNN just came out in 2024, just months ago, because we're only 6 months into this year. So let's go back. So let's go back to this. I feel like I need to be on my little whiteboard, my little whiteboard. So the key aspects of the case, what I wrote down, the discovery. John Benet was reported missing December 26, 1996. Her body was later found in the family's basement. The cause of death, she was determined to have been strangled and suffered blunt force trauma to the head. Initial investigation. The case initially was focused on a potential kidnapping and ransom note, but the investigation later shifted to include the possibility of family involvement. Public interest. The public became interested in the case and attracted intense media attention, public scrutiny, particularly focusing on the Ramsey family. Ongoing mystery. The ongoing mystery is, despite numerous theories and investigation, the case still remains unsolved of this young child's death. DNA evidence. The advanced DNA testing conducted from the years of 2008 to 2024 exonerated the Ramsey family. The new documentary, a recent Netflix documentary, Cold Case, Who Killed John Benet Ramsey, has renewed its interest in the case, examining potential errors in the original investigation and highlighting ongoing efforts to find her killer. Listen, we all know what they say when a fire happened, the arsonist always returns to see the damage that he or she has done. That's what's going on. All of this evidence and all of this information that the media is putting out, you giving the killer heads up what your next move is, what you're doing, what you found, what you haven't found. And like Annie said in the prior commentary that she was doing, we all know that the FBI ain't gonna give us all the eggs in the basket. So we still know that there are still some things that are left to be untold about this whole John Benet Ramsey case. But is it still this case has still decades later piqued the mass interest of America, because everyone in America now wants to know who killed this young child. Beautiful, beautiful, 6 years old. I don't like that whole beauty pageant thing where they make these children look like doll babies and make them, you know what I'm saying? Because it's
Makeup and
always
all that on.
a sick-minded person somewhere watching, fantasizing, thinking about what he or she can, because we can't eliminate women these days, what he or she would want to fantasize and romanticize of doing to said child. Nobody is safe in these child pageants anymore. And you know what I think about these child pageants? It's just a bunch of has-been mamas who are living out their dream through their children because they couldn't be the beauty queen. They got bullied in school. They couldn't play softball, baseball, couldn't play a cheerleader, couldn't do nothing. So
Got
now you
wrinkles in their
living out
nose
your
and shit.
fantasy
That's what
because you not
President Ramsey was, though. You know, she was the former pageant queen. You know, she likes
yeah.
right.
So she wanted to keep living out her dream through her daughter. Now your dream that got your daughter killed, murdered.
And John Ramsey has expressed in public that he does not agree with, like, if he could do anything different, like he didn't really care for her doing those pageants. You know, it was something that he felt like they was bonding together, or whatever he said. But his company, actually, I forgot the name of his software company because, mind you, this was a very rich family already. They were wealthy. They lived in a very large, impressive freaking home for the police to be showing up to. And they got special treatment for that. And they also got they feel like that's the reason why they were considered suspects. Like, oh, maybe they're in a cult, like almost as if it was connected with him having so many assets and things. But at the end of the day, his company was found in some child porn cases and stuff like that. Like, he's had prior troubles with his company, his software company. So I don't know who else he had dealings with, or you know how many people were tied to him. But being so high profile like that, even though it's not high profile to us because we don't see these people in the public eye, but you know, you done made millions of dollars off of something. You're potentially it's just the reality of life. You know what I'm saying? You're potentially a target just because you know so many people. Like your company is dealing with thousands of people or millions of people. There's this company, there's that company, there, you know, it's just a lot going on. So I don't know who could have been tied to that, and that's what I used to think. But I feel like I cracked the case last week, y'all. I gotta take a sip.
So what you say?
I feel like I cracked the case last week.
I know I cracked the case.
No,
well,
I've been digging. I've been digging.
Okay,
I've been really researching this.
I've been hearing it late at night. I thought I woke up, thought I was the detective. I went and said, grab my dick. No, I ain't gonna
this baby had a string, like some type of, I think it was a cord, extension cord is what, not extension cord, what you call them things? Like a wire cord is what she was choked, like a phone cord. You know, the old school phone cords is what ended up choking her. Mm-hmm. It was like a paintbrush from the box of their art supplies and shit. Like, it was basically all stuff from the house. So what the guy who's on the case is saying is that, okay, you got to think like a smart criminal. And I agree with him because some criminals are smarter. Like, they a little bit 2 steps ahead. He's like, why the fuck would an intruder bring something into the house that could help them find like where that paper came from? Mm-hmm. Most houses have paper already. You go in, yada, 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 get out. And that's what the suitcase kind of proves. However, this is the flaw I found in the case. Mm-hmm. So y'all know they say that the first 48 hours is very crucial to investigation where somebody's been unalived. So if they don't crack it in the first 48 hours, unalived. Dead? Unalived. Killed. So yeah, when somebody's been
murdered,
taken out.
Okay.
Taken out the game. Deceased. Anyway, Zoe's distracting me, you guys. I'm just trying to tell a story.
So stop, so you can keep on a train of thought.
I already be talking slow as hell sometimes. I'm trying to speed it up today. Okay, so listen. Y'all know, like, in the first 48 hours, it's very important to crack the case for the people that's working on the case or whatever, the officers involved and shit. So once they got past that threshold, I don't want to say you're in the clear because I ain't trying to teach y'all how to kill nobody, even though some of these women that be watching forensic files all day, I am questioning whether y'all is trying to figure out how to kill somebody, and that's not my business. Like, I've been bunkies with killers. Like, I'm cool. Like, we're good. Long as you ain't no serial killer, sis, we good. Long as you be having reasons, I got a good conscience. Like, I don't fuck around. But anyway, once that amount of time was passed, it pretty much was a wrap. And I feel like they had a few flaws within that first amount of time. For one, the dad brought the body up. We all know that was a flaw in the case. because he moved the body. That way you can't get the right correct forensics. Whatever they needed to do, it was changed. Like how she was really positioned, where she was at when she died, all that stuff, he fucked that up by picking her up. The mom's claiming that's how her fibers got on the tape, is because with the body, they're all over the body. Why is y'all letting these people be all over the body? I know it's hard, I know it's painful, but guess what? Boulder police wasn't experienced enough in that kind of crime. Like, this is a very a very nice area where they wasn't just used to like handling murders and stuff all the time, like holding moms back from grabbing their babies and shit. Like, they just not used to it. It's a fact. So even though the precinct gave a statement that Boulder police did a great job, I just feel like it was experience that fucked them up. They just didn't have experience with dealing with something right there on the spot. And that's with life. Everything has a learning curve. You can't do nothing perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Without having some experience at it. So this was a big case where somebody might have been very, very smart, which I feel like it could have possibly been the parents that was just smarter than the police, because here's why. This is the crack that I found. Then I'm going to pass the mic to Zoe. Here's the crack that I found in the case. So get the freaking microphone out of my face. Why he just put a phone in my face, y'all? This is what I gotta deal with. Like, ADHD is life with both of us. It's just not copacetic. But anyway, what was I saying? I'm about to beat Joe. I'm about to beat Zoe up.
I'm quiet. Yeah, okay.
I almost called you Joe, like you were Italian. Like, I'm gonna put a hit on you. All right. Anyway, so they did not do a child services investigation. Certain y'all are mandatory reporters. There was not a child services investigation that was prompted onto the son immediately that first day when the coroner came back. So I don't know how long the coroner takes to come back with the autopsy, but I'm sure it's pretty fast. If y'all threshold is 48 hours to solve the crime, I'm pretty sure. Go ahead, because I'm gonna do that when you're talking. Oh, he laughing at the comments. Okay, shout out to the people in the comments. But if they threshold was 48 hours, then I'm pretty sure that the autopsy results come back within that time. Like, it's coming back, trying to get it back fast enough for y'all to help y'all solve the case. So basically, she was sexually assaulted. We all know that. But the autopsy results on paper was that it was not her first time being sexually assaulted. It was not her first time being sexually assaulted. Okay. So when you have a child that we say, okay, this person has been abused in some way, which that is child abuse. So we're just going to call it what it is. When this person has been abused before today, or even if it did happen today, that would prompt a child services investigation. And I feel like that was a flaw in the case when they did not do child services on the little boy. Like, maybe we need to even take him away. It's a whole kid dead in this situation. We're going to remove his ass.
So the
But they got special treatment.
So the little boy still there.
They got special treatment. Yeah, he was there. He traveled with the family. Like, they kind of went out of town to let the police figure out what they wanted to figure out. But really, y'all avoiding questioning, like, just trying to let this amount of time pass. Like I said, if that first 48 hours pass, you might be a smart criminal. And that's my word on it. So.
All right, we done heard two different opinions, and you know what I'm saying, and both of them are, what's that word? Is impelling.
Compelling. Impaling is when you take a body and you take everything out the inside of it, I believe.
Well, this might have happened too.
Or is that when you put like a body on a stake?
I don't know. I wasn't all into that English word shit.
Oh.
So anyway, Theodore said a lot of wealthy people try to live above the law and don't think they have enemies. So I want to go on that what Theodore said on there. The second one, why I was laughing, because you said AHDH, ADHD, or whatever.
Army HD.
So he trying to say people like me, because I was in the Army, but he was in the Marines, so he's still listening right now. He's been out the Marines 40 years, and if they say jump, he's still going to jump. You know what I'm saying? So at least we got minds. You know what I'm saying? Army people, we use our minds. You know, we might not use them for good, but we still use our mind. That's all I'm trying to say.
Shots fired.
Yeah, as well. You know, Army Marines, they do that, you know, because we do all the work and they want to get all the credit. That's all I'm trying to say. But anyway, we're talking about John Bonet. Okay, so I'm going to go about what y'all say, right? I'm going to go with the last part because, you know, I've been doing my little investigation too. Mm-hmm. I've been doing my little bit investigation too, and and I don't watch this. So me and a certain person, I'm gonna tell you who talked. Me and DC was talking earlier. So me and DC was talking, and I don't know if you wanted me to say your name or not, DC, but I already done said it, so it's out there. So anyway, so
David Clark.
So now she snitched on you. See, I just said your initials, so she snitched.
You calling me a rat? You calling me a rat?
You just did. You snitched on
I ain't
her.
a fucking
But
rat.
anyway, me and DC was talking, and he made some interesting statements, and I kind of believe it. And after what you was talking about too at the end of your conversation, that about the little boy, why wasn't CPR, CPS, we call it down here Department of Children and Family, they call it different things, different places. So why these people wasn't called? Why these people wasn't called? You understand when this happened? Why was it okay if something happened in this house with one child, they gonna do an investigation of the whole fucking family. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people, kids done been taken away for way less than what happened. This motherfucker done walked to the fucking store and left a child in the damn house, CPS or Department of Children and Family, or whatever you want to call your name. They don't want to take these fucking kids away for some shit like that. So a child was killed and y'all only got no murder suspect, this and that, and y'all ain't doing no investigation. So the reason I'm saying this is, and this is going to go back to what you said, Theodore, how high, sir. Okay, and this what Theodore said. A lot of wealthy people try to live above the law and think they have and don't think they have enemies. I'm gonna go with half of that. What you said is a lot of wealthy people try to live above the law because I believe the damn son killed him, and the mama took up for him. That's what I'm saying, and me and DC was talking about it. Because think about it. The girl is getting all this fucking attention, and he's not. He's a jealous little motherfucker.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yes, it ain't no wow. He's wrong. He's a jealous. No. The thing about it is, because this is how I am with my kids. Because if I see wrong, I see wrong. I don't see, okay, you shouldn't have did this and that. You wrong, you wrong. If that ever happened to my child, that little motherfucker been in prison right now. You know what I'm saying? You done killed my little girl. Your ass in prison. But one thing, my little girl ain't gonna be walking around here wearing lipstick, parading around all these goddamn grown ass men looking at her. For one thing, that's not gonna happen. Anyway, but we're gonna get off that subject because that's what me and Michelle were talking about. That we don't like that shit, and I don't see you bringing strange people into that. So let me get back to the point. The reason I said the little boy did it, and me and DC talking about this, is because he was jealous of this girl. He was jealous of this girl. They got the DNA. They know that motherfucker dude didn't do it because the damn daddy tried to play this dude off and say you did it, man. Don't worry about it. They give you this much, you're going to be taken care of in prison, this and that. So they got slick. Well, we're going to do a DNA. Wait a minute, you lie because your DNA ain't even on this damn child. You see what I'm saying? They try to say what I was watching. They try to say
that's why he wants to find a killer so bad, just to free himself. Like, you're free, so what are you still trying to prove? Like, you don't owe the public nothing. You're not a public figure, but you just keep coming out of nowhere saying that you need to find the killer that's out there scaring the hell out of Boulder, and nobody else has been hurt since then.
All right, so then what I was watching a couple of nights ago, I don't know, I get mixed up, but I was watching the shit. So what I was watching, they try to get this pedophile that moves like down the street or whatever close to him and try to say he did it, blase. They because he said, okay, she's beautiful, this and that. This is what the pedophile is saying, this and that. So like, oh, you did it. But when they do a DNA test, guess what? He didn't do it. You understand what I'm saying? You DNA'd every motherfucking body but the motherfucking parents. But then the parents like, like you said, they moved the body, this and that. Everybody know when the body dead, you don't supposed to touch that shit.
He got to know that. He's 50-something years old at the time. Like, he fucking knew that.
Hold on. You don't supposed to touch that damn body. The mama died because all that fucking guilt. All that motherfucking guilt got to her ass. That cancer came back to her ass because she didn't tell the truth. She took up for her motherfucking son. She took up for her damn son to the end. That's why the son, they ain't investigate the son. If they wouldn't have asked that damn son at his age right now, he didn't know how to lie. At that age, he was like 8 or 9 years old then, and she was 6, because a couple years older than him. He didn't know how to lie. So if you went to that damn son and you can't ask my son, a good investigator, a good detective, even though they know by law you don't supposed to go to a minor without an adult consent, you will find your way across that shit to ask that motherfucker some goddamn question. You feel what I'm saying? You will find a way to do this. Walter, the man carried an 8-year-old girl down 2 flights of stairs while he was crying at 50. You're right. Exactly. He carried that damn girl down the motherfucking stairs to move the shit. Then they tried to make like it was a what they call a stun gun. They tried to talk about where the fucking stun gun at. That damn boy. Then you say that the girl was molested before because the brother been molesting his little sister.
So I wonder would a child be able to climb out that window with the suitcase? Like maybe that was his little thing. Like he's sneaking out around the house. Like kids do that. Like one of my clients, her child is only freaking 4 years old. They live in a gated community. She told me like this morning, I ain't gonna say the child's name, you know what I'm saying? But she's like, she went out. I was in the bed. She came back in my bed and she told me that she went across the street to her friend's house and she was just trying to see if he was home and if he wanted to play. But she came back in. I'm like, did you close the door? She's like, yeah, I closed the door downstairs.
But look here.
So like in these big homes, like he ain't too young to be wandering. I don't maybe can he climb out the window on a suitcase? But for what? For what?
It's my time. I don't want to sit up here. I don't want to sit here and talk about your clients because they may not come back no more. But if you let your little girl sneak out the fucking window to go see a boy across the street, that little girl went over there to get fucked.
No, shut the hell up.
I'm just saying.
Shut the hell up. I'm talking about
the hell you going across the street.
We talking about babies. No, we talking about babies. We talking about
she
babies.
Ain't no fucking
baby.
baby.
No,
can we stick to the subject of Jean Benet, please? Let's stick to the subject.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Listen, in the projects, we would have called that negligent. You know what I'm saying? But in certain places, if you live on an Indian reservation, maybe you live in like somewhere where it's like maybe that's your vibe. Like maybe your gated community is like that. But at the end of the day, kids know how to move around. That's what I'm saying. Is that
all right?
That's all I was saying. Okay. That's all I was saying is that he can move around.
All right.
Listen, so March of this year, 81-year-old John Ramsey believes that new tests for evidence could be critical in solving Jean Benet's killing. What they did, they never tested pubic hair that was found on the white blanket where her body was at, and they never tested a palm print that was on the door. Now they're working on, but I'm just like, why we ain't got this evidence? Why we don't know who this is? Pubic hair?
Brother did it.
Handprint, palm print. Somebody knows something. I'm nosy. I need to know.
The brother did air.
I'm ready to solve the case.
That's why the mom wrote that letter. They thought they was gonna get a chance to hide the body, maybe.
Jump on in there, who you was late, so you got to just jump in there. You were late.
I really wish I could send this video to DC, because this is what I've been watching. When I say my mouth, I'm tuned into this video. I'm tuned in. The video is 4 minutes long, and I'm like tuned in, like this man is just like this man, 81 years old now, making a plea. Like, look, I know somebody knows something. Please come forward about who killed my daughter. You know something.
So maybe he didn't know that his damn son, the one fucking killed in the damn girl.
Patsy's the one that found the letter. That's the thing that I'm saying too. And when they try to bring that up to him, he's very adamant about no. Patsy is she was very close with our daughter, and just that's what he had to say about it. And they was very.
He was Will.
It reminds you of
so he don't believe everything she say. He
Casey Anthony. That's the Casey Anthony situation.
Oh, child, that Casey Anthony case right there was something else.
That's these parents. That's this couple taking up for their daughter. They never tried to say, "Oh, our daughter did this shit." Fuck that. Because they never did that. It's the parents taking up for their kid.
Because the daddy was doing something to Casey Anthony too. That was a weird fucking family.
Yeah,
this family might be a little weird.
Well, the daddy just he found his little girl dead. We all know that a mother, and I ain't saying every mother, but a lot of mothers, if it comes to a son and a daughter, that mother gonna side with that son before he side with that daughter. And I ain't saying every mother, so don't say that, no, but it's like this. That girl didn't like that goddamn little girl anyway because she failed as a fucking goddamn beauty contestant because she was ugly as fuck.
She didn't. Don't talk about about Patsy Ramsey like that. That lady did not fail as no beauty contestant because
I ain't hearing nothing about no Patsy Ramsey about her.
She looked like me.
well, she married a millionaire and her daughter was in pageants.
Looked like a damn man. Just like me.
What you say?
She looked just like me and you with a wig on. Ugly that white woman is.
She's not that cute.
Yes, she is.
Don't she?
Mm-hmm.
And with her face,
she was
with her face with powder all up. That's how she looked.
But I wouldn't say she failed at her beauty pageant shit though.
And she shaped just like me and you.
I'm gonna be the voice of reason to say,
they trying not.
No, we ain't gonna do that, y'all. We ain't gonna do that. I mean, you know,
like Betty Boop a little.
And she looked like a drag queen. Just say drag. She look like a drag queen. Don't
Betty Boop.
No, but I think they are coming up for that little son though, because see, a mother's first love is her first son. You follow what I'm saying?
Is that what?
A mother's first love is her son, and they ain't gonna let the little boy go down. That's how it is. Every mama is protected over her son. Her first son, the second, third, and fourth one, they don't give a yeah.
Let me tell you something. If it comes out that little boy killed his sister, it's gonna kill this man. That man gonna have an instant heart attack.
Well, he already know. He don't know.
That's probably how they got away with it. Is
I don't
because
think
half
he
of
know.
the party don't know. Like he's so genuine and honest, and he don't know. And that's how they were so believable to most people. And other people was like, "What the hell is going on?" Because Passy is so obviously
that's why her
guilty.
ass dead.
Like she obviously so guilty because of the handwriting. Like you gave yourself away. We don't know exactly the details of what happened, but she absolutely.
You know, one thing that I never heard whether or not they tested the handwriting of the family members for that letter.
It's the mom's handwriting.
They said it's the mom's handwriting.
It was the mom's handwriting.
Was on the bowl of pineapples.
They said it's the mom. They said it was the mom. I remember seeing that. It said the mom's handwriting.
And her handprint was on the bowl of pineapples, but they both claimed she didn't have no pineapples. So the dad could be genuinely like, no, I don't remember no pineapples because he's out. He might be on medication, whatever. He's knocked the hell out. And his young little beauty queen, well, she ain't that fucking young. She kind of, his the beauty queen wife that he had these kids with in his older age. You know what I'm saying? She done went downstairs and whatever's happening, he woke up, said, babe, I found this letter. So it was pineapples fed to John Bonet and nobody fed her the pineapples. But yet Patsy's handprint is on the pineapple bowl in the living room. And that's what was in her stomach in the autopsy.
She ain't feeding no pineapple. I ain't gonna say she fed the pineapple.
She had to feed her because John Bonet prints ain't even on it, but that's what she ate. You fed it to her.
She fed it to her and the son. After the son said, "Mom."
Well, I'll be dang on. Zobo, you done gave me a whole different. Now I'm finna go back through all this case myself and say, how did I miss the brother that killed the sister?
But see, the thing about it is you don't put it on me because I'm gonna say it like this because I was honestly, I knew the daddy was innocent. I knew the mama had something to do with it, and I was gonna say that always, this and that. The daddy don't know. The mama had something to do with it, but it was Annie in DC that came and they said this and that, and I started thinking like, you know what? Y'all call it CPS. I'm gonna call it like I call it Department of Children and Family. DCF will come to your motherfucking house and take your kids over little bullshit. So you telling me they ain't sit up there and did no investigation? There was a child dead in this house and they ain't doing an investigation about the other kid? And that's what Anna was saying.
Yeah. You actually opened my eyes to that too, because I'm like trying to figure out how the mom did it, but it's so confusing. Like, okay, you want to start thinking about trafficking scenarios and how people say that they go down when they was in that situation. You know, there's a lot of, women or whatever that telling their stories. And it's just like, you trying to put it together, but it never comes together. But when he say that the brother did it, it makes you want to think about that again. Like, wait a minute, it is kind of like how what a sadistic child would do to an animal. Like whose form of assault is to stick a paintbrush in somebody, a broken paintbrush in somebody. Like that's some sick shit that a kid would. I ain't gonna say a kid would do, but a sadistic kid would do to an animal. Like, yeah, she was strangled with it was like the paintbrush was broken. Like they had created some type of jingamathig jig to wrap.
Yeah, with the twine. I just seen this. I just seen that on the video too.
Kind of poked it in her privates, kind of like did that. Like, and she's a very small, frail girl at that time. She'll always be that. Like, rest in peace. She's never grown. Like she has captivated.
You know what I would like? You know what? I think I'm going to contact
enemies. That's how you know it's in house. Like that's how she captivated us.
Listen,
I'm about to be the celebrity spiritualist that channels JonBenet. I want to go to Boulder, Colorado, and I want to touch this evidence, and I want to see how gifted I really am. Since the dead already speak to me, I want to see if I can channel JonBenet. JonBenet. Well, let me shut up. I don't want to say that 3 times.
I will go with you, but I'm not going to be involved with that bullshit. I'm going to say it like this because I get drunk a lot. I said drink a lot. If these motherfuckers come to me when I'm fucking drunk, I'm telling you, I might conversate with. No, I want to go. No, for real. I want to go and do that. No, I do want to go do that. I'm gonna put out there. Anybody up there, if you want to fund us to go out there, if you want to fund Speak That Shit to go out there and solve this case right now. info@kingscastleent.com.
I want to go. I want to go.
We gonna disturb your energy.
Who?
Listen.
I'm gonna disturb your energy. Mess it up.
It's called a spiritual misa, where there would be 6 of us, where we would sit and we would have JonBenet's picture and we would have evidence in front of us and we would just commune with her. Okay. Y'all play with it if you want to. I just had a misa.
Misa, no, or whatever you call it. Oh no! I tell y'all, Hoodie already good. There's some good shit. You feel what I'm saying? And fuck right, we do a what you call Misa? Misa. We do a Misa, y'all. Y'all might have to put me on some Pampers.
No, but for real, I'm gonna be real about, because I know my God, and this and that. We got spirits around us daily. And I'm talking about us, everybody. Y'all got to understand this. You got spirits around you daily. We got shit in this motherfucking house, moving shit, and me and her seeing. I'm in the motherfucking kitchen. She in the room. We seen the motherfucking pillow move by a damn self on the motherfucking floor. How you move yourself to the fucking floor? She said, "You seen that?" I'm looking right at it. You know what I'm saying?
Michelle, I still got them plants that you said was good, the little succulents and stuff, but we got a lot of clients that come. I got people that come in and out the house, so we gotta cleanse it.
Oh, that energy.
That's what I told her. I said, yes, those clients that you're doing in here, they got that bad energy. They bringing that bullshit here, but at the same time, we still got. Well, they already know what the fuck I'm thinking. So anyway, so we got.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. So, but we got
maybe a couple of them.
But we got the good ones in here too. So we protect them. We're well protected. That's all I'm saying.
Well, good. I'm gonna be well protected with a Huggy or whatever you want to put on.
No, for real though, we putting that out there. Speak that shit. I'm gonna put it on Facebook. I'm gonna put it on everything.
I want to go and do a misa. Yeah, I want to go and do a spiritual misa.
Yeah,
we got a plan to go to Boulder. You know,
I want to go and do a spiritual misa.
We ain't gonna flake.
No, for real. We need to.
I'm not going to play. I'm going to talk to the little white girl. I'm going to talk to her. Hey, come on, baby. Come on, tell me who killed you. I need to know who killed you, so we can solve your problem. Your daddy need rest. Your daddy need peace. That man ain't gonna leave this earth until he find out who killed this baby.
See, so gonna be laughing and stuff. See,
I'm not gonna laugh at that shit. I don't watch a lot. I don't watch a lot of stuff, right? Like I don't watch a lot of scary movies, horror movies. When you start laughing, that's when they come at your ass. But then again, me being me. And I always have these goddamn weird ass dreams anyway, so it don't matter, you know what I'm saying? But like, guess what? I got people watching me. I got my soldiers already, so I ain't worried about the bad soldiers coming try to fuck with me. For real. Y'all got to understand, you know how many times I was supposed to die and I didn't die because I got these angels watching me.
Listen, if there's anyone that's viewing this live or come back and watch the replay, Dr. Michelle Williams, the high priestess, the spiritualist, the medium, would like to go to Boulder, Colorado to commune with JonBenet Ramsey to see who killed the little white girl. I want to know who killed her.
Speak that shit want to go there. So that's going to be all the...
I want to go find out. I want the little girl to talk to me. I want the little girl to come talk to me.
I want to know too. For real. I'm not making no joke.
Get to this shit.
Who you coming?
No, it's not. It's gotta be.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know why I be letting y'all.
Everything ain't a joke with me. I get serious sometimes.
Yeah, I'm go. Let's go in for y'all. Got my nose ass want to go now. I'm gonna be.
Oh yeah, so that's 4 of us.
Michelle, I hope
already.
you
We
strong.
only need
I might have to
2
jump in your arms.
Hey, Walter said, who would he going? Hey, he didn't say yeah yet, Walter.
Yeah, I'm going. I guess so. They be talking me into this shit. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going along. I'm going. Way in the back.
No. So everybody on Boulder, Colorado. We're gonna do a GoFundMe or some shit.
Look,
like
we all going. We all finna go to Boulder, Colorado, and do a pizza so we can talk to JonBenet.
We protected.
And we're gonna take our film guy. We're gonna take Frank with us. Frank,
yes,
our film guy. We're gonna take him.
And you know what, Andy, I'm gonna be like this. Andy, I'm gonna be like this. JonBenet, are you here? JonBenet, is that you? I'm gonna be like the little old lady from Poltergeist. And when I'm done, I'm be like, this house is clean.
Hey, Walter said,
we gonna be the end of it, we're gonna be looking all rough. We're gonna be leaving Boulder like
girl, look.
Hey, Walter,
we got the info though. We got the news for y'all.
Walter said that little white girl.
$5.99.
Walter said that little white girl is gonna jump in Hootie's body. hey, then he gonna have a reason to be twisting.
Listen, I gotta tell y'all this true. I got witnesses here in the house that I'm in. So we did a spiritual misa for one of my spiritual godchildren, right? And when the lady is a Cuban lady, she doesn't speak no English. But when I tell you, when that spirit came through that lady, when I tell you the lady voice, her whole face like changed right in front. Look, matter of fact, I'm sitting right where I'm sitting at. My face did just like this. When I say I was stuck, I was stuck. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't skip, run, hop, or goddamn do nothing. I was just stuck. Like, who is that over there in the corner? And the spirit introduced herself to everybody. I said, you know what? I'm done. I done seen it all now. I'm finna go do me a misa. I want to talk to JonBenet.
Hey, Walter said, look, she just scared.
I done just scared Hootie out there.
He's gone. Hey, Walter, he got that shit off quick.
Did you leave or did you stay? Like, did you ask the spirit a question?
No, the spirit was there for a long time. Man, let me tell you something. That spirit read me for filth.
Oh, okay.
That spirit had so much to say. That spirit had so much to say. Go ahead. Say it so they can hear you.
Eyes change colors and all.
Her eyes changed colors. The lady eyes changed colors. I'm telling you, that was some real mess.
Who that is, nephew?
No, that's not my son. That's one of my spiritual godson, but it was at his house that we did. And she went to drinking the liquor straight and smoking a cigar and making all this. I mean, I was scared.
So it wasn't no way to turn it off. Like, what's
no?
Like, I gotta think of something what I'm gonna do in an emergency. Like, if the shit go wrong, like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna call on Jesus? Like, yes, you are. Like, which one we going to? Like, which direction we going?
But you say she had you running. How was that?
Trying to get hurt.
The spirit.
Oh, that was a good experience. That was nice. I was happy that they were able to experience, because we've had a misa for their ancestor, their deceased loved ones. So their deceased loved ones came through with messages, for them, told them some things about them, told them what they wanted, told, like, this lady don't know them. I introduced them to her and her to them. And she came and all she had was just pictures and glasses of water. And we just doing the thing. That's why it's called a spiritual mask. It's called a spiritual mask where you go and you commune with your loved ones. We just know how to. I know how to do it. That I'm joking about it, but I'm dead behind serious. I want to go to Boulder, Colorado, and commune with this little girl. I want to go and commune with her.
Because I know my God give us gifts. God give us all gifts. We all got gifts, so you got to believe in Yahweh, you know what I'm saying? And that's me, because all my life, like I said, I should have been dead. I should been gone, but I'm not gone because I'm here on earth for a reason. I'm here for a reason. You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
tell you how bad this. Let me tell you how bad this lady is. There was a mother. This was several years ago when I lived in the back end of Seminole Heights, the new part of Seminole Heights. She came and the young lady, the mother's daughter, had been sex trafficked by her boyfriend. He sold her to a white man. The white man ended up brutally, raping her, for days, and then he ultimately killed her. And guess what he did? He buried her body under the Bank of America building where they was getting ready to pour the concrete. Okay. This lady knew nothing about the case. She don't, like I say, the lady don't speak no English. But when I tell you, all of us damn near passed out in my shed in my backyard because the lady told us exactly where the girl body was at. And guess what happened? The sonar machine showed us exactly where the body was at from what the lady said. When I say the lady good, I will pay for this lady to go to Boulder, Colorado with us because we need to talk to John Bonet.
That's what I'm saying. That's like you with it, I'm with it.
I'm going. Look,
who with it. He just say he needs a depend.
I'm getting ready to be the celebrity medium, the real celebrity medium to the families.
I'm gonna tell you right now, my daughter might be one of the spiritual person right there. That's why she be laughing. We're laughing right now. Rihanna said they're laughing.
Oh yeah,
right
Rihanna sees spirits for sure.
Rihanna said they're laughing right now. She's sitting up there laughing out there when we say that.
Don't be telling them her business. So our daughter sees spirits for sure.
I think she do.
I know she does. I know.
I don't doubt that whatsoever because kids have an innocence about them and they can see spirits for real.
And that's the thing about it is, if you never hurt anybody, you don't have to worry about it. And you know what I'm saying? And then also if you believe, you got to believe in God, you believe in Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to worry about walking, this person gonna do this and that, because if it's real, it's real. You know what I'm saying? Some things need to be solved.
I wanna do an exorcism
to solve this. Nobody else can solve it. So let's solve it. You understand?
I want to do an exorcism. I really do. I want to do like a real exorcism, like. And the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy
Spirit. I rebuke that. You want to do an exorcism? Look that way when you say you want to do an exorcism because I can't help you.
Well, you both got
I will for you to have everything in life that you want, so you can't put that energy.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Hootie?
You gotta worry about the living, not the dead. The dead ain't gonna harm you. The living is what's gonna harm you.
Hey, look here. She can do the exorcism all she wants to. Just come back and speak that shit. Oh my, you gonna have your own show, and I'm gonna the what do you call the truth?
But how about this? Some people don't know they have demons though. Like, can't you exorcise a demon that's not like
I'm not gonna be in that shit.
It could just be a demon that's hanging out around you. Like your demon is just doing too much. Like that's why you be getting angry. Like your demon doing too much.
That Rocco
smacking bitches. Like.
Yeah.
Why the fuck you bringing up Rocco? Why you bringing up my other name? You always been a snitch.
I ain't saying nothing. I just said
you always been a snitch. You heard that Rocco. You always been.
You ain't got to worry about no spirit because he got about 8 different personalities, and he always had them ever since he was a little old boy. 8 different personalities.
And all 8 of them whooped your ass 8 different times.
It's all good. All 8 of them gonna be dodging that goddamn city bus. Damn, get 60 bitch. All 8 of them.
Hey, he still. Hey, Michelle. When I tell you, like when I say over 30 years, people that know me over 30 years, a lot of them don't even fuck with me no more. He must be a slow motherfucker. He been down there 52 years.
Doc, you know it's a motive behind it, Doc.
I believe you. I believe you.
I'm hanging around, I'm waiting on this bitch to get old, sitting in that wheelchair with one move. That bitch gonna be going down 301 so goddamn fast.
Hey, you know, say y'all don't be like the sons of Sceva in Acts. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to read that.
See, you can't live in fear. You can't live in the spirit of fear. So if the little white girl jumps in your body, we want you to relax. We trying to communicate with her fucking ass.
That motherfucker better jump in the motherfucker's body and kill the ass.
Exactly. Hootie, you got to be a willing participant. We need a vessel.
I will. I ain't got to worry about jumping in my body with the arthritis and all this.
No, you're probably the one. You're probably the one.
They don't want to be in this vessel.
You choose you.
Hey, this gal, soon as she jump in my damn body, I got that toe star down sweating up. And but we gonna jump the fuck out. That bitch gonna limp the fuck out.
If you guys really go, can I please go? I don't even. Can I please go? I want to see something jump in his body.
I think she's choosing the best body. Like, I don't think she's choosing who's in the least.
Listen, DC, I promise you, it's going to happen. We going to Boulder, Colorado. I'm going to perform the Misa, the Mass. It's the communion of the dead. We're gonna have a communication of the dead ceremony, and we're gonna have a ball doing it, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna film it live.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with it.
All right, but it's that time right now. We're gonna give everybody. We already told you what we're gonna do. We're gonna solve the motherfucking case and this and that. So we're gonna give our goodbyes right now because it's that time right now. Time done went by real quick. So we're gonna start out with Michelle. You give your shots out, tell them about your new show and all that and everything you got going on.
I just want to say thank you again for this opportunity to be a vessel, to be a conduit, and to this radio broadcast. Speak That Shit. I've known Alonzo and longer than I have my sister-in-law Annie, and two beautiful people. I'm just so proud of you guys hanging in there, and so proud of how far the show has come along, and all the many hundreds of thousands of viewers that you all have that view you all every week. I'm just overwhelmed. I cannot wait until I get to where you guys are with my new radio broadcast that will be in the second week of August. Stay woke. It's going to be a political analyst show where I'm going to get in the ring and just throw punches. You know, I'm a political candidate, a political candidate advisor. So I will be having a lot of judges, a lot of candidates, a lot of political candidates who will be on my show around the world. So I'm looking forward to being a part of the BFAM family. Once again, it's just phenomenal and everything. So, you know, DC, I'm gonna get there one day. I'm gonna be in the studio live one day.
Well, when we make it to Atlanta, we gonna go up there soon.
When we go to Boulder, that's gonna make us famous.
Oh yeah, we're going to Boulder.
So, yeah,
that's right now. I'm gonna put that out in the air.
It's a documentary.
I'm gonna put that out in the air. I'll probably do a GoFundMe. No, I'm for real. I do a GoFundMe. And you know what I'm saying? We get together tomorrow. How much we need, blase. Motherfuckers come out there. Everybody want to know you want.
Oh, for the JonBenet. Okay.
Yeah, we want to see what's going on. So we're going to
are we going to get sued for using her name? Like, what we going to do? Like,
we helping the police out.
I'm talking too much right now?
Yeah, we helping them out. Helping them.
Well, no, but it's a way to word it that we gonna make this shit happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's real. It's real.
All right, who it is?
All right, who it is? My thing is to all the white peoples. All the white people. I'm talking to all the white people. Though that ain't including you. You dark Caucasians, white, homo, whatever you want to call them. Zobo, that ain't include you because you just, I can't even see you right now. But I just want to say, y'all, you know, just because, you know, y'all just feel like y'all have be privileged don't mean you kill your children. You know what I'm saying? Beat their ass sometimes. Don't drive in the damn lake. Don't take and drive them all in the ocean and shit. Because remember, it was a time that the white people used to discipline their children. You know, you be bad, let Johnny's ass going in the Atlantic. You know, they'll drive, push that goddamn gas, put that pedal all the way down to the floor, and their ass goes skating right across the damn water. You know, so white people just take it from the black folks sometimes. Get a sticky cord. Go out there and get a goddamn water hose and slap their ass across the head with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Quit killing your damn children. You know? Y'all have a good week.
Hey, BFAM and BFAM 109.6 Speak That Shit does not support any comments or programs he tried to run ever legally. So that's his own opinion. Okay.
It's not
Stop
opinion.
killing
It's fact.
the, stop killing the kids and beat the kids.
That's what he said. He said, "Be with a water hose or so." So anyway, I don't know what you can give you a shout out.
You a strong person if you can beat somebody with a water hose. You know,
You ain't never met our mamas.
Yeah, they some strong women.
Yeah, get a long tail forward at you. You might
They
get
cut the piece of the water hose.
So we still.
Oh, you cut the water hose to use it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
You get one about like this damn size right here. Get one of them thick ones right there.
Yo, they pretty genius about it.
Yeah, they tore our ass up with the water hose.
Big time. We still living though.
We still living. We might walk a little funny here and there, but it ain't do nothing. So it should give you shots out of all that.
They sound like pretty smart women, you know, innovative, very innovative and creative on how to whoop an ass.
Give you shots out.
I want to give a shout out. That's my shout out. That y'all grandmas, I'm giving them a shout out.
Well, no grandmas or mamas.
For your mama whooping your ass with a water hose. I'm trying not to snitch on your folks while they still living.
They don't give a damn. They gonna tell you take that motherfucker with you.
All right, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. It's been a freaking riot. I am Annie Loke. I had a great time on here with you guys today, and I hope that y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, you know, the topics was hitting, everything was hitting, guests was hitting, panel was hitting. You know, I like to repeat myself here and there. Hashtag Queen of Ohio. Hashtag Passion Baby. Make sure y'all follow me on all the platforms. I am Annie Loke, and I'm passing the microphone over to Zobo after I remind you to catch me on Tuesdays for Maybe I Can't Relate at 9 p.m.
All right. Theodore said very interesting topics. Maybe I Can't Relate every Tuesday at 9 p.m. on Tuesday. Make sure y'all check it out. YouTube at either Zobo69 Family or either kingscastleent.com. And like I said, Michelle will have her show coming on Tuesday, second week, called Stay Woke. Second week in August, Stay Woke. Make sure you check that out. I don't know if who gonna get his own show, so he'll probably stay with me forever. You know, I've been trying to get rid of him, but he always stay with me. So he'll probably stay with me forever. He probably ain't going no damn where. So he'll probably, you know what I'm saying, we're like Lamont Sanford and Fred Sanford. He's Lamont, so he's not going anywhere. So who will be here with me forever? But you could catch us if you, like I say, like to sponsor the show. Give us a call, info@kingscastleent.com or 941-681. 941, what's my number? 681-1710. And this is the original cast minus Hootie Who. And so, you know what I'm saying? And I worked and got us all back together again. You know what I'm saying? When we started to speak that shit during the COVID, it was me, Michelle, and Annie. So, you know what I'm saying? We back together again. And guess what? Then everybody got their own show. But you know what I'm saying? Just because we got their own show don't mean they're not going to come back to this show to speak that shit. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody got their own personality, their own different things, this and that. And, you know, God worked things in mysterious ways for a fucking reason. And I don't mean to say it like that, God, because I'm not disrespecting you. I got to stop that damn cursing all the time. So
stop the damn cursing.
Yeah, so you got to take that away from me sometime, but he will. But anyway, you know, we appreciate y'all. We're glad y'all come to the show. We're going to have pretentious coming up. We got a good thing coming on. We got a big thing coming on soon. We'll let y'all know when the time has come. You know what I'm saying? My boy DC, y'all catch us next after the show at You Guys Are the Worst. And then after You Guys Are the Worst, they got BFAM news. So, you know, just stay on. Don't just go take your piss break, a shit break, and come on back. We're going to end this right now. We're going to see you next week. Same time, same place. Thank you. Peace. Yo, Zobo 69. Check it out.
I ain't know women have different souls. That explains a lot. Because I ran out of soul. So I grabbed my wife's soul. I must have grabbed the pussy soul. Because my dick was on hard all day at work.
Jeans so tight, see the veins in their balls. Jeans so tight, see the veins in their balls.
The mama man, you look like a Bruce Jenner church lady. Pussy so good, he want his own pussy.
Jeans so tight, see the veins in their balls.
Hugged up for no damn reason. She ain't cold. Fuck it, she knew the AC was gonna be on when she got in this motherfucker. Why she ain't wearing no fucking jacket?
Jeans so tight, see the veins in their balls. Jeans so tight, see your pussy lip, bitch.
They don't want to get mad at us at the wrong time. They always want to get mad at us when we want to fuck.
Jeans so tight, y'all niggas need to quit. Jeans so tight, see the pulse in your balls. Jeans so tight, man, I'm through with it all.